When my oldest was a toddler, I referred to him as my trusty little sidekick. He didn't just need to be near me, he engaged me constantly. I remember one day being pummeled with more than the usual pleas for attention, and by bedtime, my patience was pretty thin. Now you should know that bedtime for this boy was a nightly challenge, but on this night, it was even harder. As soon as I'd leave his room, he'd be trailing behind me. I'd put him to bed, and within minutes, he'd be right back. He had a pocket full of excuses. He wasn't tired. He was thirsty. His ears itched. I don't remember them all, but I remember the last one. He missed me. My little boy didn't understand why we had to be separated at bedtime. It's been about 18 years now, and my little sidekick has grown into a man. As I look back on my parenting journey, raising him was like playing a never-ending game with ever-changing rules. I could only win if I stayed one step ahead of him. Setting boundaries became a game of Red Rover. He'd seek out the weak spots and triumphantly burst past them. If I took something away, it became hide and go seek, where he assumed if he found it, he could have it. Grounding him became a game of telephone. But you said because I was grounded, you wouldn't drive me. I thought if I got a ride. The more I tried to win, the more I seemed to lose. Now I struggle to connect with my son. The child who was my constant shadow has little need or desire to connect with me. In our wrestling, words have been said. Trust has been broken, and in both of our hearts, hurt has taken root, and resentment grows. I know I'm not the only one who has wrestled with a child. Mary wrestled too. Remember when after days of searching, Mary found 12-year-old Jesus in the temple? When she scolds him, Jesus doesn't seem remorseful or ashamed. He's almost chastising. Did you not know I had to be in my Father's house? Years later, Jesus' preaching disturbs her so much that she thinks he's lost his mind, so she goes to save him from himself. When Jesus is told that his mother is outside, he replies, "Who is my mother?" In her Magnificat, Mary praised God for all the things she thought Jesus was going to do. Feed the hungry, send the rich away empty-handed, and free Israel. But he did none of those things. And then he died. I see Mary crumpled at the foot of the cross, looking up at her son. I can hear her speaking in anguish. I've said the same words. Lord, I am sorry I failed you. I don't understand what went wrong. Where Mary failed is in realizing that God's plan for Jesus was so much more than what her heart or mind could comprehend. Mary's story teaches me that God is in every part of my child's journey, in all the places I can't see, can't go, and don't understand. My son has his own walk with the Lord, his own calling. I'm letting go of my own will and expectations, and I am surrendering my son to the one who loves him even more.